Tonight, the fraternity of Hall of Famers will grow by 6. Only the elite players in the league have been enshrined in Canton. Tonight, Rod Woodson becomes one of the 253 members to slip on the gold jacket. News Channel 15 is the only local TV station live in Canton. Our own Glenn Marini joins us live via satellite from the Hall of Fame induction ceremonies. Glenn, seems like a great atmosphere out there despite some unpleasant weather today.
Yeah, you know, it's been amazing, Ross. It's been raining in and out all day long here in Canton, Ohio, but as the saying goes, you can't rain on a parade like this. As you mentioned, 6 people will be enshrined into the Hall of Fame tonight, and one of the biggest, if not the biggest name, Rod Woodson of Fort Wayne. And when you talk about Rod Woodson, it's not just the player, it's the person as well. He's certainly led an amazing life that has allowed him to grab fans from everywhere across the nation. And here's a little bit more on the life and the career of Rod Woodson.
Protection. This one is intercepted. It is Rod Woodson.
After one of the greatest careers a defensive player's ever had in the NFL, Rod Woodson is getting his bronze bust tonight. While the destination has been Canton for some time, the most important steps on his path were taken in the Summit City.
I think living in Fort Wayne, understanding how we grew up as a family, we weren't broke, poor, but we were far from being rich, and we had to work. We had to work as a family, and I had to work, since my sophomore year of high school, and it was just a part of it. It's a part of small towns. You see all young kids in small towns working, but when you go to large cities, you don't see kids working in large cities for the most part. So I think growing up in a small city like Fort Wayne, Indiana, had its rewards for me, and it was a blessing for me.
From Pittsburgh to Purdue to the Panthers of Snyder, Rod showed flashes of his greatness all along the way.
Oh, yeah. We knew that he was going to be a D1 athlete his junior year. He could have been an Olympian as well as a basketball athlete in college, and obviously being a pro Hall of Famer in football. But I think Rod just had so many things going for him.
I always make this statement that of all the players that I've had the good fortune of being around over the years, Rod's the best athlete that I've ever personally been around.
Not only is it Rod's athletic ability that has fans flocking from Pittsburgh, from Fort Wayne, from all across the country here to Canton, Ohio today, it's the way Rod played the game with his hard-nosed mentality and the way he was off the field.
Yeah, he definitely played hard-nosed football. Very, kind of down to earth, and played the way the Rooneys built the Pittsburgh Steelers team. So
I think it's the old school style that the Steelers play, and I think him and Hines Ward and all those players that play Steeler football, when once a Steeler, always a Steeler.
I see you got the Snyder gear on. What does it mean to have one of your own being inducted in the Hall of Fame today?
It's just unreal. I just can't. It's fabulous. Just can't imagine just never happening. I remember when he was a boy, young, at Lane School and things like that, and then to make it this big, it's unreal.
Tonight here at the stadium, the man that will be introducing Rod Woodson will be his lifelong friend and perhaps one of his biggest fans, Tracy Foster. The Fort Wayne native grew up with Rod Woodson and says it's an honor to help induct his friend into the Hall of Fame.
He's a fantastic example of what a man should be, and we, children and kids can strive to be what he is athletically, and the chances of doing that are very slim, but we all can strive, and all kids can strive to be the kind of man that he is.
You think there'll be some tears shed tonight?
I'm going to try to hold mine in because he'll make fun of me forever if I lose it.
Now for those that you'll be watching on TV tonight, we do have some good news. We've been told all week long that Rod Woodson would be the 6th person honored tonight. Well, it turns out there's been a change in those plans. He's actually going to be the 4th person honored tonight. He'll go right after the posthumous celebration of Bob Hayes and just before the celebration of the career of the late Derek Thomas. So if you're setting that DVR tonight, it's going to be a little bit earlier is the celebration for Rod Woodson than we originally expected. And of course, we'll have a complete wrap-up tonight at 11 o'clock live from Canton, Ohio, as we're the only Fort Wayne station here live at this historic event. Ross, back to you.
All right,